Before we get into today's video, I'd like to take the time out to say my condolences to Kobe Bryant's family. Today we lost a legend in the basketball world. We lost a great father and a great husband. Kobe is like a name brand, like name in everyone's household. It's not a household you can go in where people don't know who Kobe Bryant is. No, it's a very unfortunate event today. My prayers goes to him and his family. This is what I mean, like life is just short. Like you never know when it's going to end. So I encourage everybody to get out and ride and enjoy their life. There's a lot of negativity in this world, a lot of people who don't want to see you happy. Just let those people go, pray for them, and enjoy your life, because you never know when your time may be up. But to get to the video, today we're going to discuss why I chose the 2020 BMW M package over the Ducati V4S. Now, both bikes are great bikes. Like, don't get me wrong, you can't go wrong with either bike. Like, Ducati looks great, looks awesome. Like, that's what Ducati is known for. BMW, just a bang for your buck with the price and everything. They released this new bike for with the carbon fiber wheels. Both bikes offer 200 plus horsepower and a ton of electronics. So you can't go wrong with either bike. But today I'm gonna just tell you guys why I chose the BMW over the Ducati. My number one reason why I chose the BMW over Ducati was price. The BMW and Ducati both offer the same features. Like both got, the quick shifter up and down, auto blipper, cruise control, heated grips, traction control, wheelie control, adjustable suspension, 200 plus horsepower. So you can't go wrong with either one. But the Ducati V4S price is around $29,000 after taxes. The BMW 2020 S1000Rr is $24,000 after taxes. I live in Michigan. Our taxes is 6%. So that's a $5,000 difference for me, people in Michigan. So that's huge. That's huge for both bikes is offering the same thing. When you compare the price and get down to it, if you just look at the price, then it becomes just a personal preference. Do you want to save $5,000 or you don't care? It doesn't matter to you. You want the Ducati, by all means. But me personally, that's one reason why I chose the BMW over the Ducati. The second reason why I chose the BMW over the Ducati was the warranty. When I went into the Ducati dealership, I was told it comes with a 24-month unlimited mile warranty, which is not bad at all. But they also told me you cannot touch that bike. You can't touch it, you can't do any service to it. Anything you do to that bike voids your warranty. You can't change the oil, you can't add your own exhaust on. Anything you do to, I believe there's only one exhaust they actually warranty that you put on that bike, and that's the Acura. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right about that. BMW, however, they are the first bike company to offer 36-month warranty. That's 3 years unlimited mile warranty on a 2020 BMW S1000. Now, here's the kicker. They allow you to do your oil change. They allow you to add the exhaust on you want to add on. They allow you to, do little maintenance on it as long as you keep, a record of it, obviously. And you want to show them a record of you keeping up the routine maintenance. And they still let you keep the warranty. That is big because Ducatis and BMWs are both known for having a lot of problems. I was looking it up, doing some research, and I believe Yami Noon did a video on this. I'm gonna link it down in the description. It was the 5 worst unreliable sports bikes. BMW was number 4 and Ducati was number 3. Ducati was a 30% 4-year failure rate, and Ducati was a 30% 4-year failure rate, and BMW was a 40% 4-year failure rate. So with these type of bikes, you want to make sure you have a good warranty. You want to make sure that the company's not going to try to dick you on your warranty and say, oh, you did X, Y, Z, we can't cover it, and stuff like that. You always want to be able to trust the company, that made your bike. If you can't trust the company, don't get the bike. And when a guy at the dealership told me, if you touch this Ducati in any way, shape, or form, it voids your warranty, that right there scared me, because I hear all these stories about Ducatis and breaking down, how expensive they are to fix. I don't want to be stuck with that bill at the end of the day if it's something mechanically wrong with the bike that I didn't do. So that was the number 2 reason why I chose the BMW over the Ducati. The third reason why I chose the BMW over the Ducati, and this to a lot of people don't make a lot of sense, but for me, this means a lot. The third reason was customer service. As I was shopping for a V4S, because that's the bike I originally wanted, I was hell bent on it. I didn't want anything else. I didn't even look at a BMW or nothing. I wanted the Ducati V4S. I called my local dealership as I was speaking to the guy, he just seemed reluctant to give me information. Mind you, I'm not a bike expert. I don't even been riding for a year. You know, I had 2018 GXR 750. I wanted to upgrade to a Ducati. I didn't know a lot about bikes, so obviously when I called him, I have a lot of questions, you know. I want to know why this bike cost $29,000 and my Gixxer was only like $8,000 or $9,000. You know, what makes it cost so much? Well, you know, I didn't know a lot about bikes at the time. He just seemed so irritated with the questions, but I was confused. I'm like, you're a sales associate. It's your job to sell me this bike. It's your job to make me want to buy this bike. Yet you're treating me and making me feel like you don't want my money. I mean, as much as I don't want to give the money away, I did want the V4S, so I kind of dealt with his attitude. So towards the end of the conversation, he was like, hey, you know, I just had a customer walk in. I'll give you a call back today or tomorrow. I said, okay, fine. We hung up. Now, I knew that was a lie because he never took down my name, never took down my phone number. So how could he possibly call me back? So I called back in a day or so, and I was speaking to him, and he completely forgot who I was, forgot all the information he told me. So basically, we had to go over a lot of the things we spoke about all over again because he forgot who I was. So at the end of the conversation, you know, I told him that I was super interested in the bike and it's something I really want to move forward with, maybe tomorrow. And I was like, but will you guys accept my bike as a trade-in? He asked what it was. I told him it was a 2018 GSXR 750. And he said, okay, you know, I can't really give you a price over the phone, but if you send me pictures, I'll give you a price. I said, cool. I sent him pictures, never heard from him. He didn't call back, anything. He's just like, whatever. So I waited a day, still didn't hear from him. So that's when I said, forget it. You know, I went in, I didn't tell him who I was. I just could tell, I knew his voice, so I knew who he was. And I pretended like I was a whole new customer. He had to give me all that information all over again. Blah, blah, blah. He let me test ride the V4S, the V4, and the 1299. All those bikes were great. But you could definitely tell a difference in the V-twin to the V4. It was like night and day. He told me it was going to be night and day. I didn't believe him. So after I test rode them, I decided to move forward with the V4S. I was in love with it. It was great. Like the engine, the power, everything was just amazing. So he gave me a paper with a price on it for my Gixxer. I think he's giving me $8,300. To me, that was great. I only paid $9,000 for the bike, and here it is. Not even a year later, I'm getting back $8,300. To me, that was a steal. So I was ready to move forward. He's like, but you have to take the fairings off and put the original fairings back on before you bring it in. I said I can do that tomorrow. So, but he still was giving me like, kind of like, I don't know, his vibe wasn't as if I had money. He was just treating me like, heard me get out my face, you know, leave the store, blah, 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 this and that. So when he said that, I just said, okay, I'll put it back on because I had custom fairings on my bike because I wanted to paint my bike gold and I didn't want to paint over my original fairings. So I bought some cheap China ones, painted them and put them on the bike. But he said to anywhere you take that bike to sell it, they're gonna think you dropped it because you have different fairings on it. So put the other ones back on so he can give me the full 83. Went home, put the other ones back on, came back in, and I spoke to the store manager just because like customer service means a lot to me. So I spoke to the store manager. I told him how the guy made me feel, how unreliable he was about calling me back, how he didn't know, you know, he was just treating me as if I wasn't, going to buy anything. He apologized, said he's not usually like that, blah, 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 whatever, you know. So I started moving forward, but with the store manager. I wasn't dealing with the sales associate anymore. So everything was good. I was ready to hand a check over. I had it in my pocket. Everything was set. He did one thing and I walked out. So I had my Gixxer. He tried to offer me $72 for it. But just the day before that, his guy offered me $83. I showed him the paper because the guy gave me a paper with the quoted price on there, with the trade-in, how much the bike could be after the trade-in, prices added on to it and everything. I showed him this paper and he still denied me the price. He said, I can't honor that price. I said, I didn't argue with him, you know. I said, never mind, I don't want the bike, and I left. I called an out-of-state dealership. I think it was in Ohio, but it was a BMW dealership. They had a Ducati V4S used for sale, and I believe it had 300 miles on it. They only wanted $22,500 for it. To me, that's a steal, you know what I mean? I was already going in to get a brand new one, which was $29,000. I'm saving $7,000 on a same year bike, you know, like the depreciation on that is crazy. So I called them to see if they had it available. They said, yeah, or you can get the new, 2020 Bmw S1000Rr package. I have one sitting right here on the showroom floor. You can give me your deposit or phone and come pick it up. At that time, I didn't know what the BMW, I didn't know a lot about the BMW. So I told him I'll call him back once I do some research. I did some research. Called back, it was gone. Like, I didn't know how hot the bike was at the time. So I hesitated because obviously I'm not finna just put a deposit on the bike and I don't know anything about it, don't even know if I want it. But once I did do the research and compare it, the specs, the electronics, you know, the warranty and everything, I was sold. I'm like, shit, like this is a good bike, you know, especially for the price. Carbon wheels, everything, I was sold. So the guy, when I called him, he said somebody already picked it up. He said, but you can come in and put on a deposit on another one. We could talk more about it. I was like, okay, you know, he's like, wait, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. Took everything down. I didn't go in that day. You know, he called me the next morning. It was like, hey, just wondering if you were still coming in. You know, we spoke yesterday. To me, that made me feel like, okay, he wants my money. He wants to take the time out to get my money. You know, that's how it should be. I'm not saying I wanted the guy from the Ducati store to blow my phone up, but at least show interest in me buying your product or shopping at your store. So I ended up going into the BMW store, and I promise you, best customer service ever. Mind you, this store is an hour and a half away from my house. It was a BMW dealership 10 minutes from my house, but they was not answering the phone at all. So I ended up going to that one. I didn't regret it. It was worth the drive, worth the time. They treated me like great, fantastic. Like the guy in the maintenance department, this is a young guy named Corey. You know, he was great, answered all my questions about the bike. He owned a 2015. He actually had his M package there. He was the first one with an M package. He had the first one they got in the store. So it was there for me to actually see and look at in person on that day. Corey was great. Jeff, I believe he's the store manager. He was great. Jennifer, she was like the receptionist, you know, / sales associate. She was great. Everyone in their store was great. Like I didn't feel any negative vibes. I felt wanted. Like it was like good. I left out of there with a deposit on the bike on the waiting list. Like I didn't even care. I was like, whatever, you know, you guys treated me great here. I can imagine it's gonna be great. And that to me was a selling point. You know, you don't want to go give your money to someone who doesn't respect you or doesn't make you feel, I want to say, like you can afford it, because that's how I felt. Like they was treating me in the Ducati store like, oh, he can't afford this. He's just in here wasting our time, blah, blah, blah. That's how I felt. So yeah, those 3 reasons are why I chose the BMW over the Ducati. So you can do the research on it, you know, whatever you want to do. It could be your, you know, find your own reasons for picking the bikes, but those are my 3 reasons. And I want to ask you guys to like and subscribe to my video. Once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away a $300 gift card to one lucky subscriber. It's going to be a random raffle, blah, blah, blah. You know how it works. So like and subscribe so I can continue to upload content for you guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to enjoy life.